Hello everyone, this is Groove and Chip. In today's video is going to be, well, first of all, I know I haven't made a video in a while. Irrelevant. Today's video is going to be a quick tutorial on how to create a Flutter package. There was some confusion in our Discord group the other day, and I thought that maybe it would be helpful if there was a thorough, concise, clear, step-by-step video guide to how to do this. One of our mods in the group affectionately referred to a video like this as a chip tip. So I guess if I turn this into a series, it will be called Chip Tips. I like it. Anyway, so let's get right to it. In order to create a Flutter package, obviously you need to have the prerequisites of having Flutter installed on your machine. You need to have either Android. If you're on Windows, you need Android Studio or Visual Studio Code or IntelliJ. Actually, I think those are all available. I'm pretty sure those are all available on Mac. I don't have a Mac, so I don't know. And you need to have the Flutter plugin installed in whatever IDE that you are using. Then you need to start a new Flutter project, and you need to choose Flutter package. Now, I'm not entirely clear on what a Flutter plugin does, and this video is about Flutter packages. Flutter packages are what you will find on the pub.dartlang.org website. Stuff like shared preferences, icon packs, stuff like that. Custom widgets of whatever kind. If you have something like that you wanted to create a package for so that other people can use, this would be what you would do. So next, I'm going to call this example package. For the package name, I will store it in my Flutter projects directory, and I'm going to just write here for the description on example Flutter package. I will not be publishing this to pub because, again, this is just purely an example package, and I don't want to put that out there on pub. I have ideas kicking around in my head for some other. I have published a couple of packages, and I have some ideas kicking around for like some custom widget packages, and haven't quite decided what to do. I have some other projects going on right now, so that's kind of on the back burner for me. So then you click Finish. I will be walking you through how to publish the package. So how to make the package and how to publish it, and how to create an example application that you can run your code with. This was one of the bigger points of confusion, which is when you're making a Flutter package, how do you run your code? How do you know that it works? How can you see what you're doing? When you are making a Flutter application, you can obviously run it on your device. You can use hot reload and stuff to develop your code. You can't quite do that directly in a Flutter package. However, there is a very easy way to do that. So let's first of all come in here. They give you this default like calculator class. I'm obviously going to get rid of this. I'm just going to make like some really quick custom widget. Something like I don't know, like a button or some card or something. I'm undecided. I'll figure it out in a moment. I don't really do a lot of planning. I'm a very shoot from the hip kind of guy. Planning is not my strong suit. So let's import material.dart. Come on now. Sometimes the suggestions just don't show up. It's a little frustrating. Nothing. All right, I can never remember stuff, so I'm just going to duck over to GitHub on my other monitor here and just pull something in from one of my other projects. Okay, there we go. All right, we've got material. I will make a stateless widget called, I don't know, Groovin example. Whoops. Groovin example widget. And instead of returning a container, how about I return I'll return a raised button. I will be putting some parameters in here, obviously, which is the point of, when you have a widget package, you're going to want to specify. I mean, otherwise the user can just create their own widget. If you create properties that the user can specify in your package so that they can mold the widget as they choose, I mean, that's kind of why these things exist, as well as offering functionality that Flutter doesn't have built in. So let's say this is a raised button. It's going to need well, first of all, it should have okay. It should take a widget child. It should take a callback because it's a button. Oh, it's void. Why don't we just give it its own, just to keep things simple. We'll give it its own on pressed. We'll specify the color. Now, how about that? We won't give it the child. We'll just work with the color. Still getting used to this new mechanical keyboard here. Okay. Whoop. I go a little fast sometimes. We are going to need to give this a constructor. Okay. Now, let me get rid of this dumb test. I mean, tests are not dumb, but I find them frustrating. So how do you test? We've got a button here. How do you test it? Oh, okay. Should make your properties final. How do you test this? How do you make sure that it works? So you create an example application and you import this package into it to make sure it works. And the way that you do that, well, first of all, let me just have the pub spec over here. Get rid of all this stuff here. Okay. We will return to the pub spec in a moment. What you do is you create a new Flutter application and you put it in the directory of your example, of your package. Oops. So create a new Flutter project, a new Flutter application. We can just call it example. That's kind of the naming convention for when you upload your package to pub. It will display an example tab with the code of the main.dart file of the example on the listing for the package. So call it example. You then will want to store it in your example, in your package directory, which I called this package example package. So do that. Call the description whatever you want to call it. Make the package name whatever you want to make it, and it will appear in the window that you're currently in. This was another point of confusion. How can do you need to close your package window and work in another window for the example application? You do not need to do that. You can have it all in the same window. You can open files from your example application in the same window. It opened it in a second window here for me. You can close it. Get dependencies if it prompts you to do that. Okay, see, you have here now the example application directory, as you would expect a Flutter application to look like. You can open your main.dart and you open the pub spec for that application. And what you do is, in the dependencies section, get this out of here. What you do is, hang on a second, did I delete something? Yeah, I deleted an extra line. What you do is, you declare your package and you do this path property and just put 2 periods. What this does is it will look in the directory above it to find a package. And since the directory above the example application is the package, that's how you import your example package. And in your main.dart file of your example application, you would just import your package. Well, I don't think I actually ran packages get yet. So you have to get the package, I'm pretty sure. It's always good to do that regardless, even if you don't have to. Package example main.dart. No, wait a minute. Called it example package. Example package.dart. Yeah. You always have to make sure you get your naming right. May have to run packages get again. Sometimes I have to like spam packages get in order for things to, show up. Don't know why it is that way, but I'm not sure what's going on here. Let me take a quick look at my other packages to make sure. Example, pub spec. Oh no, not the pub spec. I want the main.dart. Yeah. It needs to be the exact package name, And it looks like I'm going to have to run packages get again. I may have to close the project and reopen it. Oh, there it is. There we go. Very good. So you make sure you have the directory of your example, of your, oh my God, of your package. That is the root, the package directory. And then the Dart file that contains your package code. And remember, we are in the application main.dart. Now, because I am a little bit nitpicky like this, I'm going to remove the new keyword from all usages here because you do not need it anymore and I don't use it. And here we are, this is the standard starting code that Flutter gives you. Now I'm going to get my screen up here on my phone screen up here on the screen. I don't like using emulators. They're slow. They really mess up my computer. But luckily there is something called, there's a thing that was featured on XDA, a program that allows you to mirror your phone screen to your computer, called SCRCPY. It works really well. It uses ADB to do this. How cool is that, right? I love it. So let's get this over here. This is my Pixel XL first generation running Android Pie. And the way, so the way that you get the application to run, because if you notice, there's no build configuration. What you have to do is go to your main.dart file in the Project Explorer. You have to right click it and go down here to run main.dart. And there you go. There's a build configuration. And as you can see, Gradle is initializing and it's going to run the app. Now, obviously, I have not put in this code here, I have not used the widget that I built in the package yet. I want to get the application up so we can use hot reload and I can show you how it works. Now, first time, as you know, or as you may know, sorry, 1 second. As you may know, the first time when you run a Flutter application, it's pretty slow to start. So we'll wait. So I'll just mention in the meantime, while this is running, if any of you watching have seen my previous videos, which I have not followed up on in a long time, the reason why I kind of stopped following up is I got to the point in developing my previous applications where I was dealing with Firebase, and I didn't want to show any personal information that may show up, whether it's mine or whether it's anybody who's using the apps through Firebase. I am considering making a walkthrough of my app's code to demonstrate the apps. I have finished Call Manager. It is on the Play Store and on XDA Labs. You can get it. And I also have finished the Softball Team app. It is not available on the Play Store or XDA Labs or anything like that. There are APK downloads on GitHub because the app is ready for testing. It is not ready for release. So if anybody's interested, you can join my you can join my Discord group. I will leave a link in the description of the video if anybody wants to join that and help me test it. And I'm still considering making walkthroughs of those apps and their code. All right, so here we are. We've got our regular old demo Flutter app. So let's call this application package demo. Initializing hot reload. Oh, that was the title of the material app. Here we go. Package demo, hot reload, bam. Title, the app bar title has changed. And now I'm not going to mess with, I mean, well, maybe I will. All this boilerplate, once you start getting experienced with Flutter, all this boilerplate starts getting kind of annoying. It would be nice if the Flutter team could allow us to specify how we want our default code to look like. So I'm going to take out all of this stuff here. I'm also going to remove this. Well, I'll leave it as a center. Yeah, take out the column as the child of the center. I'm going to remove the floating action button. It's not necessary. And the center will have a groove and example widget with a color colors dot, we'll call it, try indigo just for kicks. Reload. Bam! There you go. Purple button. Let's go to red. And there it is, a red button. And that's how you make a package. And that's how you run it. You run your example. You can run your code in there in the same IDE window. Whoops. It's very easy. It's not as it looks scarier or more complicated, more overwhelming than it really is. It's really not that complicated, and this is all there is to it. So now that we have made sure that the code is working, I will walk you through how to publish the application, publish the package. I will not do it, like end up in the end publishing this package. I mean, obviously this is a pretty useless widget anyway, because when you make a button, you can already specify the color. So this is an absolutely useless and pointless widget. It was really just for demonstration purposes. So in order to publish the package, you need to go back to the pubspec.yaml of the package. You need to specify your version. I don't know, for the heck of it, I'll call it 1.0. You need to specify yourself as the author. There's a specific format. Let me pull that up on the side here so that I can remember exactly what that is. Okay. You need to specify your name, however you want yourself to be displayed, and you need to specify an email address. So for me, that's grooveandchip@gmail.com, and you need to specify. Whoops! You need to specify a homepage. This should be the GitHub repository of your code. I will not put one in because I'm not going to publish this package. I'm not going to upload this code to GitHub unless, I guess, you guys ask me to. It's really, there's nothing really to see in this code. You can pause the video at specific spots to copy that code. There's really not much going on here, which is why I'm not going to upload it. You make sure that your environment for Flutter is correct. The default that it starts with should be fine, unless you happen to be upgrading Flutter or something. I don't know. The default is fine. You don't have to really worry about it. And then what you do, I personally put this comment in my packages so that I remember the commands for publishing. The way that you publish, there's two steps. You need to run this first command here, which is flutter packages pub publish dry run. What this does is it will do a sort of test run. It will evaluate the code of your package and see if it's worth publishing, or I mean worth publishing as in if there's anything that needs to be fixed. So what you do is copy this or just type it in, go down to the terminal, make sure that you are in the directory of the package and not the example application. and run this command. And what you will see happen is a bunch of stuff. This is the project directory, and it is evaluating everything that's in it. It'll tell you if you need to run Dart format. It'll tell you if there's any warnings or errors or some such. And once it's finished, it will tell you any of those things. Curious that it's taking as long as that. Haha! See? Here you go. Missing. Your pub spec YAML is missing a homepage field, obviously. So that's a requirement. All right, I'll just put my GitHub homepage. There are a couple of people on pub who do not put a repo as their homepage. This is advised against, in my opinion, because the source code of your package should be available to see. Again, because this package is not being published, I will just put my GitHub profile. Your package is 140.4 megabytes. Hosted packages must be smaller. Your git ignore has no effect since... that's interesting. This package... Okay, this particular warning has been showing up lately for me, and I have been told by the Dart guys on GitHub to ignore it. The package does not need to depend on the example. Obviously, that makes no sense. You can ignore this. It will not affect the health of your package on pub. I don't know why this is here, and that's that. Anyway, as you can see, it says your package is missing some requirements and can't be published yet. So let's run the command again. You can press the up arrow instead of having to type it all in again, just as with any command line. It's the same thing about the package size. I don't understand why that's going on. I'll do a quick Google to see. I haven't had that problem in my other packages. Strange. Let me take a look at the git ignore. We'll add in the .idea folder. Maybe that will help. What else can we ignore here? Suppose I can delete, well, the test folder is empty. I wonder what the size of that idea folder is and if it'll 31 kilobytes, that's nothing. Yeah. Plug this now. Yeah, that's really strange. Well, I guess I'll just say, just to wrap up, the most important points are here. I don't know why this is going on, so I'll just leave it at this. But what will happen is, if it tells you that you're, if you don't have any missing requirements and it just has these suggestions, what you can do is then you can run the Flutter packages publish command, and it will run through the same exact kind of thing, and it will give you a prompt, would you like to release your package? And you can either type Y for yes or N for no. And once you type Y and it publishes on pub, what will happen is, if you're familiar, you will, you can go to pub and look for your package, and it will be here. You'll have your README. If you make a README file, and you should, it will have a changelog file to show changes, and you should make one of these as well. And the example tab will have the main.dart that we just went through. It will have all the things that you will expect. Excuse me. It will have all the information that you would expect from a package listing on pub. And that's how you do it. I am sorry that I couldn't show the complete process. I don't know why I'm getting that size error. It's pretty weird. Come on. But that's that. If you have any questions, please ask below. You can feel free to email me, grooveandchip@gmail.com. You can join my Discord group. You can also join the Flutter Discord group. It's a great group of people, great community, very supportive. It helped me quite a lot, and still does. Really great group. I really highly encourage people to join. We have about, how many members do we have? Let me take a look here. I know that we passed 800 a while ago. It's not much to see here. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and maybe I'll see you guys in another video. Take care.